Hello everyone, myself Dr. A. Victoria Anand Mary, Assistant Professor, PG and Research Department of Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence, St.Joseph College of Arts and Science, Autonomous, Cuddalore. The subject is Internet of Things. Subject code is EMCS14A, Unit 3, Programming with Arduino, where we are going to focus on Arduino programming and we'll learn to write simple code, connect sensors and actuators, build your own basic smart devices for IoT. Now we are going to start working with Arduino simulation in Tinkercad. Arduino is the heart of many IoT gadgets. It helps devices sense their environment and interact with the world seamlessly. We are going to learn how to blink an LED using Arduino in an online simulator through Tinkercad website, where we don't need any hardware devices. We just need a browser and the creativity to connect the components available there and see the output. We need to open the Tinkercad website, which is tinkercad.com, through your browser and create a new project and select the Arduino board from the options available. Once you have logged into the Tinkercad, open a new circuit and drag an Arduino board which is available in the component options. It is just a drag and drop method which we are going to use and place the components in the workspace. Apart from the Arduino board, you need a LED and resistor, which are the required parts to work an LED to blink. Once we have placed all the components, now it's time to make the connections among the components so that the LED light blinks. We are going to make 3 simple connections. That is, we are going to connect the LED anode long leg to the 13th pin of the Arduino board, and short leg is connected to one end of the resistors and the other end of the resistor is connected to the ground of the Arduino board. Once we have done with the connections, once we have completed the connection part, now we are ready to write the code. In Arduino programs, we have 2 parts, that is setup part and loop part. Setup part run once to prepare, and whereas the loop part runs continuously until we come out of the loop. Here we are having pin mode and digital write mode that makes the LED to blink. In the setup function, we have initialized pin 13 as the output pin to control the LED, whereas in the loop function, it turns like LED on, wait for 1 second, then it turns LED off, wait for another 1 second, and this process is repeatedly done until we come out of the loop. Here we have delayed the blinking of LED by 1000 milliseconds, and this process will continue until we come out of the loop. Once we have done with the connections and we have returned the coding part, now it's time to run the simulation. We will be having the play button to begin the running of your circuits. And now once we have done perfectly the coding part as well as the connection part, now we can see that the LED will blink on and off every second automatically. You can also stop the simulation by clicking the stop button to pause the execution, make necessary changes if it is needed, and test it again with different outputs also. Run the simulation again to verify your changes work correctly. This way we can have the online simulation, which makes the working process very simpler without any hardware required. Now we'll see what you have learned from this presentation. You have learned how to add the components, the electronic part in your virtual workspace, and making connection, proper circuit wiring technique, connecting pins, LEDs and the resistors, and writing the Arduino code, basic programming structure with setup and loop function, and running the simulation, testing and debugging your circuits in a safe virtual environment. Now we are going to have a live demo or a quick guide on building a simple Arduino circuit in Tinkercad. We'll set up our workspace and see the LED blink using just a few basic steps. For that, you need to log into your Tinkercad account. You can use any of the Gmail account to log into using the website tinkercad.com, and you're having the option in the right side. From new design, you have to choose circuits. You'll be getting the workspace environment. You can see lots of the components that are available to the right side of the workspace, and we need to drag whichever component we are in need of. Here we are going to drag the Arduino board. It is just a drag and drop process. We can also write the code in the coding part. Once we have dropped, we can rename the component if it is needed. It is not necessary, but you can also rename it. And the other component is LED, which we are going to drag and drop. LED and the resistor. Only 3 components we are in need of. If we need to place the component in the correct position, we can also rotate the component using the option which is available. Okay. Once we have placed the components, we are ready to do the connection. This is the anode, the long leg of the LED, which is to be connected with 13th pin of the Arduino board. The other end should be connected with the resistor, and the other end of the resistor should be connected with the ground. Okay, only this connections we are going to make. Once we have done with this, we are ready to write the code, which we have to write in this coding part. Code. You have to choose text option. Okay, the same coding which we have seen already, it has been given here. That is pin mode and digital write mode. Okay, we are done with the components, connections, as well as we have written the coding. Now we are ready to start the simulation. Start simulation button is there. Now you can see there the LED bulb blinks. It is a very simplest method of working with the Tinkercad and the simulations which is available. If you need to stop the simulation, the stop button is here. You can stop the simulations. I hope you have built your first blinking LED circuits. Thank you for listening.